Hey Liz, you know it's not Halloween yet. You can take off your scary-looking costume.
Very funny, Heidi. Enough with the jokes. We gotta get rolling.
We've got a wicked, spooktacular show for you today.
And it's going to make all you goons and goblins fall off of your witch's broom.
You know what's scarier than you, Liz?
You, Heidi.
Not me, but the things I'm made of.
Cells! AP Bio is a class here at ONW for juniors and seniors. They have been busy with the annual project of the cell election. Lucas Conover has a scoop.
6 years, AP Bio's had a special kind of assignment. Here's more on that.
The class is having an election over which part of the cell is the most important. I'm having them describe why other parts of the cell may be as or more important than just the nucleus.
Along with learning about the cells, students learn valuable competition.
They make the campaign signs that you see around the school. They have their pro signs that are for their candidates, and they have their against the other candidate signs, which are actually the more fun ones. They can advertise on Twitter, they can make posts, they've made TikToks, they've done Snapchats, trying to get more followers, more comments.
I made a lot of posters just like dogging on all the other parties because they all suck, and I made a lot of TikToks and like reels on Instagram to promote it on social media.
Winning the election has its own set of benefits too.
They get candy and a congratulations from me, and they get to brag to all the rest of the other groups that didn't win that they're better than the other organelles.
For any underclassmen, here's some advice.
I would say that make sure you do your research and that you're really excited about your party because it gets other people excited about your party. And to also be against other parties because that's funny.
Just have fun with it. Make sure you get all the other things that like your teachers tell you to do, like in the project, like the main things you have to do done.
Voting ends today, Thursday, August 27th. This has been Lucas Conover. Now back to the desk.
I don't know about you, Heidi, but I'm going to vote for the Energetic Party because they are the powerhouse of the cell.
Well, Liz, I'm voting for the Protein Party because President Tristan Wilson is in the PP.
Look for the QR codes around the school to vote for your favorite party by the end of the day today.
Ravens, are you in need for a one-stop shop for pet supplies?
Grab your furry friends because Matt's got the scoop on the newest pet shop in town.
What's up, Ravens? I'm here at the newest pet store and groomer in Shawnee Mission, Paw Envy. Let's go take a look inside.
I had the chance to sit down with store owner Shelly Bartell to learn more about Paw Envy.
Paw Envy is kind of a neighborhood store coming to West Shawnee. It's just, we do pet supplies, we do grooming, we do a fresh baked treats in our bakery. So it's kind of a one-stop shop for all your pet supply needs. We enjoy being at work. We enjoy interacting with all the customers and their pets, and it's a happy place to be. You can't be, unhappy when you're strolling around the store with your pets.
A happy place indeed. I asked Miss Bartell how she got into such a happy industry.
I've always enjoyed it, always loved it. I went to corporate world, had a great career in that, but I've always missed the interaction with the customers and with the dogs. So I thought one day, I'm gonna make that happen again, and here I am.
Leaving the corporate world can be a challenge, but it can also be really fulfilling.
Favorite part of the job is probably all the dogs that come in. It's so nice greeting all of them and speaking with their owners. And it's just nice, all the owners are happy when they come in, so it's great to see them. It's a great environment.
Well, Ravens, if you need a place to get your dog groomed or any supplies for your dog, come on here to Paw Envy. And for ONW Now, this has been Matthew M. Membo. Now back to the desk.
On a more serious note, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, where we support the fighters, admire their survivors, and honor the taken.
Jen Sykes, a mother of two Olathe Northwest students, Jack and Maggie, is a breast cancer survivor. Let's hear her story.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month with the goal of raising awareness and funds to help support those 1 in 8 women who are diagnosed with breast cancer.
I was diagnosed with breast cancer in October of 2017. I was high risk for breast cancer because my mother had breast cancer at a really young age. So I had been going and getting preventative checks for quite a while. So I knew it was different this time. So it made me a little nervous and sad, but I wasn't necessarily shocked by it.
Battling cancer isn't easy, but luckily for Jen Sykes, she had an amazing support system that didn't let her fight alone.
If she needed anything, we'd go and get it for her. Just anything she needed, really, we just tried to help her out with.
My family was a great support. They just tried to give me the space. Again, we tried to not make it something that really impacted our day-to-day life. But there were days when I was definitely very tired, and so they stepped up.
As a mom, Jen has been a role model for her children and has taught them many lessons.
Just how strong she was, I just still looking back on it, so impressive.
Stay resilient with it, because she could definitely fight it and get through it.
As a survivor of breast cancer, Jen has faced many struggles but continues to persevere and hopes to encourage others suffering from breast cancer.
Just to focus all of your energy on getting better. I didn't dwell on, as soon as I got diagnosed, it was all right, how do we get to the end, and how do we make this a successful journey? So just taking all of your energy, instead of thinking through all the bad things that could happen, focus on how you're going to beat it.
For ONW Now, this has been Heidi McCormick.
Thank you, Jen Sykes and family, for sharing your story. For ways to help, visit nationalbreastcancer.org to donate.
Speaking of donations, Harvesters is a local food pantry which allows access to the community to create equitable access to nutritious food and address the root causes and impact of hunger.
What's up, Ravens? It's Liz from Lenexa, but this time I'm not in Lenexa. I'm at Harvesters. Let's take a look inside.
People come to Harvesters year-round because they aren't as fortunate to have food on the table.
Harvesters is a regional food bank that serves 26 counties in Kansas and Missouri. Our mission is to feed hungry people and help to end hunger.
Having so much food, it is necessary to have volunteer work to help out distributing the food.
We obviously repack food and send that out through the donations that are given to us. We make food available to our partner agencies, which we have over 700 of them, and they help distribute that food to people.
We're helping with food distribution, and we're helping with Harvesters with whatever they need, whether that's loading pallets or that's sorting vegetables. We can do a whole array of things. But what that does is that helps them to quickly and efficiently get the food that they have collected out to the community where it's needed for those people who are in dire need of those resources.
With people who can't afford to eat, they resort to Harvesters, which is a regional food bank.
There are a tremendous amount of food insecure people. I believe it is 1 in 5 in our area who are food insecure. It is absolutely beneficial. Honestly, it's beneficial all year round because people are hungry every day of the year, not just during the holidays. But during the holidays, we have increased demand for different opportunities, and we have a lot more food coming in as well. So it's very important to have those volunteers.
Make sure you check out the Harvesters website to see how you can serve your community. This has been Liz from Lenexa. Now, back to the desk. If you are in need of hours or just want to help the community, visit harvesters.org for more information.
Liz, you know how you just traveled a few miles over to Harvesters on your monster truck? Well, our very own e-communication students flew on their witches' brooms all the way to New York to attend the AllAmerican High School Film Festival.
Hey Ravens, it's Corey here. I'm outside the AMC Theater at Times Square for the AllAmerican High School Film Festival. Let's go inside and learn a little bit more about this event.
We get to see a lot of student films from across the nation, which is really exciting because that's really impactful and influential and inspiring. For me, some of my favorite films are the ones that inspire me the most because they're made at such a low budget, and seeing kids my age make stuff with this level of craft and this level of beauty is really awesome.
One of the short films at this event was our very own Tate.
It's kind of cool to see, like, you're in a room with thousands of other people, like, they're there for the same reason you are, to see, like, all the other films, see what they're up against, and just kind of see everybody cheer you on for something that you and the rest of your crew put, like, your blood, sweat, and tears into.
In addition to the college fair, Ravens were able to watch several short films from high school students across the nation.
To me, good art always makes you feel something, and The Least I Can Do and Okay Goodbye all made me feel something.
I loved
Dude, Eggs was cool.
Eggs was cool, but I was confused in the middle.
I think seeing all the high school films, like, I think it definitely is really inspirational. That's the biggest takeaway, because it's really shown me, like, what I can do, and I just think that's really, really awesome that other kids my age are doing this level of crap.
Wow, Ravens, there was so much fun to be had here. Great job to everyone that was recognized, and we can't wait to see you back here next year. I'm Corey Barnes, signing off.
Wow, I bet the streets of New York was pretty spooky.
Liz, you know what I love more than Halloween? Politics!
Oh, that's a spooky good subject.
President Tristan Wilson interviewed ONW seniors about the election and their opinions on being able to vote.
Hey Ravens, did you know that there's a nationwide election happening on November 8th? Many of our senior Ravens will have the opportunity to vote this year and are getting to take that big first step for their first time.
Honestly, I just like the idea of, being able to make my own decisions as like a young adult. I think it's cool that I can have my voice be heard in government and I can finally get like the representation that I want.
Just the whole concept of voting, I think it's pretty cool that you're able to vote for like people to rule our country, and yeah.
Just letting my voice be heard, I think, even if it's like obviously there's a lot of votes happening and people are voting a lot, but just being able to put my own input.
The only requirements for voting are being a U.S. citizen and being at least 18 years old.
I do plan on voting because, as I said, I think having your voices heard is important, especially as young people. There's like very low turnout for young people, and I think that we need people to get out there and vote for what we...
I plan on voting. My mom really wants me to vote, and I kind of want to get my first time voting out of the way, and yeah, that's it.
I think it's pretty important, because like, even though it might not affect me personally, I think it will affect other people, and I think that I should vote for that reason.
Primary elections are often overshadowed by their bigger counterpart, presidential or general elections. They can often have just as big of an impact as general elections, though.
Of course, this isn't like a major presidential election, so it's not as important as the others, but every election is important, and you got to make sure that you have your voice heard. So
I don't really know a whole lot about it, but I think it's pretty important just because like Senate and House, they're like toss-ups sort of, so yeah.
Ravens, make sure you go out and vote if you're able. And for ONW Now, this has been Tristan Wilson. Now back to the desk.
Want to know what's real scary? I get to vote this election.
Well, you know what's even scarier? Blood. Especially giving blood. Right, Heidi?
That's right, Liz. If you're 16 and above, sign up to donate blood at our upcoming drive. It is on Monday, November 7th during the school day, located in the East Gym.
Sign up for a slot at any point in the day and you'll be excused from class. Plus, each donor gets free food and a t-shirt. Even you can make a difference. With each pint of blood, 3 lives are saved. Visit savealifenow.org for more information on giving blood.
You caught me at free food and a free shirt. Speaking of blood, our Ravens sport teams have poured out lots of blood, sweat, and tears into their season. Let's send it over to some of our favorite witches for game day.
What's up, Ravens? Welcome back to Game Day, and I'm Jillian Huckabee.
And I'm Hannah Odell, and today we have some extravagant stories for you, starting with the one and only Emmy Keller.
Emmy dominated at her state meet this past Saturday, taking first on floor, third on bars and beam, and winning overall as a sophomore.
Not only is she now a state champ, she also broke her own school record with a 9.725 floor score.
Alexis Wilcott also had a dominant appearance with her highest vault score of the season with an 8.8.
Now let's hear from the state champ herself, Emmy Keller.
Let's send it to Keaton.
Thanks, Jill. I'm Keaton Code, and today I'm joined with state champion Emmy Keller to learn a little bit more about her journey to state and how it feels to be a tri-sport athlete. So first up, Emmy, how does it feel to be a state champion in floor and vault, but not only that, but all-around state champion?
Feels pretty good. It's really exciting, and yeah, it's just awesome.
Awesome. So what is going through your mind as you're performing, you know, trying to stay focused, but also, you know, be engaged with what's going on?
I'm really locked in. There's no other distractions. It's just me and my event, me and myself. Everything else is just blocked out.
Yeah. Who was your support system throughout the season?
My mom. My mom goes to everything. She's always with me. She never misses a thing. And then my coach, she knows me better than anyone else. She knows when I need help. She knows exactly what I need. She knows when I'm injured, even if I don't know. So she's the best.
Yeah. Okay, so obviously you broke a lot of records this year with a 9.725 in floor, a 9.7 in beam, and a 37.450 all around. So how did it feel to break all those records, and then how did you continue to stay focused for your end goal, which is, of course, winning state?
It's obviously really exciting to win those records, but I just have to keep pushing. Got to win more. There's 2 more that I don't have that I want to get in my next 2 years, and I always want to beat my own records, do better, and just improve.
Yeah. And then what's your favorite memory from the season?
Winning state. It's got to be the feeling of just being with your team and having fun at your last meet just doesn't compare to anything else.
Yeah. So how do you balance not only gymnastic, but also cheer, wrestling, and track?
Well, I try and just focus on one sport at a time. During the summer, I do all my sports, but then I just focus on one sport at a time when I get to that sport. So during gymnastics, it's just gymnastics, and cheer, because cheer's all year round. And then right after gymnastics, though, I head into wrestling. Like, I've already been to a wrestling practice, so.
Oh my gosh. And then what have you learned from this season?
I've learned a lot about myself and my coaches and my teammates. I've learned just a lot, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, good luck with the rest of your sports this year. You only have 3 more to knock out now. And good luck with your sports next season as well. We hope that you get some more awesome medals. Yeah. We're going to send it back to game day. Thanks, Emmy.
Thank you.
Thanks, Keaton, and congrats, Emmy, for being selected as Hy-Vee Player of the Week. Last week, the girls' golf team dominated at state. They traveled to Salina and represented us marvelously.
To learn more about the Ravens season here and their victory at state, let's hand it over to Jonna Kuman.
The Lady Ravens golf team took home the state title last Tuesday for their first state win. We sat down with some of the golf players to ask for their opinion on the season.
For the team, going in, we wanted to win state, and we did. And individually, it was my goal to place in the top 5 at state, and I did. So it was really exciting.
This year was the first season with Coach Grove as the head coach. As the girls adjusted to having a new leader, they learned new things about themselves and how they work as a team.
I think Coach Grove really brought different sort of motivation to us, because in the past we had always wanted to do well at state, but we didn't really know how achievable that was. So he really pumped us up and prepared us that this goal was reachable.
As most of the girls are returning next year, the team hopes to take home another state title.
I am playing next year, and to bring the same energy, I'll work just as hard as I did in the off season this year and just stay motivated to maybe win again.
I definitely will be playing next year, and next year it'll be really exciting because we got a lot of people returning. I think during the off season, just practicing, and then you come in next year, the same energy as last year, and hopefully good things will happen.
Congratulations to the Lady Ravens golf team on their state win, and good luck to the next season. For ONW Now, this has been Gretchen Renfro and Jonna Kuman. Now back to game day.
On Tuesday, our boys soccer team took on J.C. Harmon in the first round of the playoffs.
Our boys fell down 1-0 in the first 10 minutes of the game, and then Coach Gray must have used his spooky smarts to win the game 4-1 with goals from Christian Martinez, Brett Sheehy, Noah Conover, and Colin Gann.
The boys are looking for revenge tonight as they play Mill Valley at 6:30. You better be there.
Last Friday, our beloved football team took on Shawnee Mission North and came out on top with that Raven dub 24-7 to finish off the regular season with a 5-3 record.
Eric Butler led the ground attack with 2 rushing touchdowns, and Cooper Carley, in just his second start at quarterback, threw a touchdown to Mason Schlittenhard. And Jill, don't forget about the strong leg of Noah Conover connecting on a long field goal.
That's right, Hannah. He does have some nice legs.
All of you better be at Seaback Friday night for the boys' first playoff game. Get there at 6 o'clock for the first edition of our own Raven Game Day. Pack the stands and get loud as we broadcast our first pregame show in front of the student section. Can't wait to see all your amazing costumes. You know who also has some nice legs? My friend Jill. And those legs got her and her team all the way to the sub-state championship.
Sadly, we lost to Blue Valley North 2-1 in sets.
Well, that's okay because the girls still had an amazing season, and we are so proud of them and all of their hard work.
The cross-country team went to their regional meet and absolutely crushed it, with the girls taking 4th and the boys taking 5th.
Congratulations to Jacob Norris, Jackson Kuhl, Kate Schneider, and Allie Gillespie on qualifying for state.
These 4 will be participating in state this upcoming weekend. Good luck, runners.
The girls' varsity volleyball team got to handpick players for the chance to take home that Buff Puff trophy.
Nathan Lowen has more on the story.
What's up, Ravens? I'm Nathan Lowen, and welcome to Buff Puff. What is your plan for this game?
My plan is just to come out here and dominate. I'm not trying to mess up or anything, but like I still know I'm gonna be confident and have some fun. You know, going for that trophy over there.
And which team are you playing for in this game?
Team Fried Chicken and Greens.
Is there any star players going to look out for your team?
Obviously Aiden. He's a giant. He's gonna do phenomenal, honestly, in the front row. Kyle Souders. He's probably the best player we have. So. Yeah, I'd say those are our best 2.
Did you guys use any actual volleyball technique to prepare for this, or are you just letting them go out and have fun?
We do what we can without boring them, because obviously it's not fun if they're just getting yelled at. So we work in some technique, but also just trying to keep the ball off their floor.
Going in for the guys' teams, do you have any game plans for this? Anything we should watch out for?
Yeah, when we play the green team, we're just going to go take down Jake.
And is there any other comments or statements you guys want to make?
We're going to win.
Yeah, what Colin said.
Alrighty, guys, just won the Buff Puff of 2022. How do you guys feel about that?
Pretty good.
Wasn't too tough. I think we did pretty good for the amount of practices we've had.
Yes, I feel like paid off.
Any other lasting thoughts or comments here?
Good luck to everyone next year. I mean, it's a fun thing. Everyone should participate and have a great weekend, Ravens.
Unfortunately, we have some pumpkin rotting, stinky stew bad news. Our show has come to an end.
Make sure to follow all of our socials at The Raven Network and the website theravendaily.com.
For ONW Now, this has been Heidi McCormick
and Liz Crane.
Stay spooky, Ravens!